Hello, hello, hello. It's Kyle Van Voors with Voors.com, and today I'm going to be discussing gatekeepers and specifically a document that we use to better handle gatekeeper conversations on a cold call. Let's dive right in. Alrighty, so I'm excited to walk through a gatekeeper script and a handling document that we use in order to better manage that gatekeeper conversation. Now, gatekeepers are super annoying. It's frustrating when you're trying to get a hold of a decision maker and there's someone there whose job it is to stop you from having that conversation. I want to preface this. There are two philosophies here. One is you should try to befriend the gatekeeper and then over time they're going to let you through. Philosophy number two is you should try to get through the gatekeeper the best you can. The truth is, different strategies work in different industries. I typically try not to make friends with the gatekeeper unless I have to because of the industry or I'm just not able to get through them ever. But I always default to trying to get directly to my target. I have a script here that has been successful every time I've used it. Every client of ours who uses it has a lot of success. This is my best script. And if you like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, let me know so I can keep making these types of things. Hopefully you're gonna find this helpful. Now, let's jump into the script here. Alrighty, so here's the script. Super excited to walk you through it. Now, it's incredibly simple. The key here is that you have to be the one asking questions and controlling the conversation. The second you're in a back and forth with a gatekeeper where they're asking you questions and you're just answering it, you've lost. This is how you effectively manage the gatekeeper. Let me give you the script. I'm going to read it to you right now. Hey, I'm looking for Kevin. It's Kyle. Let me explain why I do it this way. In a very high energy tone, I say, hey, I'm looking for decision maker, whatever their name is. In this case, I use Kevin. Hey, I'm looking for Kevin. Because I'm trying to sound like a friend or someone who probably knows them. Of course, and they get calls all the time. They're going to ask me who's calling. Maybe they ask me what's this in regards to. Typically, they're going to ask who's calling, right? Because they need to go tell Kevin who's calling. Because I left a pause, I've now triggered that gatekeeper to ask me my name. I interrupt the pause and I say, it's Kyle. And I use a more deeper authoritative tone when I say that. This is all just psychology, folks. The reason why I do that is because I want to sound like somebody who's kind of like stern, needs to get a hold of this person, has more urgency, but more authority, and is possibly someone important. So I'm doing two things. I'm giving them the friendly, hey, I'm a friend, and then I'm giving the name in a very authoritative way. The idea is because I've left that pause, the gatekeeper is going to ask my name after I already gave the name. Hey, I'm looking for Kevin. It's Kyle. Oftentimes, when I say it's Kyle, the gatekeeper will still ask my name because they were just about to say it because I left enough of that pause. And if they do, they get embarrassed. They're like, I just asked someone's name who told me their name, and then you can laugh about it, and then they're going to transfer you because they're getting thrown off their script. If not, they might laugh, ask what it's regarding, and I can talk to you about each of the responses here in a minute. That's okay too, as long as you're going to keep following up with questions. So on the front end, hi, I'm looking for Kevin. It's Kyle. Hit them with that. You'll see it'll shake them off their script. They're not used to having calls introed in that way. And then they might still ask you, what's this regarding? And then you say it's about a high level topic that's relevant to your product or service. So it might be, the system you guys are using over there for managing your appointments, whatever that high level topic is for you. Did I catch them at a bad time? Yes. Shoot, my fault. I'm in between meetings here and I thought I could catch him. When would be a better time for me to give him a call back? The key is you want to get into character under this part here. The character is somebody who's really busy and just trying to catch Kevin out of the blue. Maybe I should have planned a little bit better. The idea is you're giving the illusion that you're not a typical cold caller. You're not cold calling at all. You're just somebody who's supposed to get a hold of them and you're not very, salesy in any way. And they're going to give you a time to call back and then you call back at that time. Okay, that's a big priority here. So I'll try this one more time. Shoot, my fault. Let's see. I'm in between meetings here. I could catch him. I thought I could catch him. Let me see. When would be a better time for me to give him a call back? That way, you're giving off this energy of, I need to get a hold of this person, etc. Now, if they say they aren't available right now, you do the exact same thing in the same tone, a little bit confused, right? Oh, shoot, I'm in between meetings. I'm trying to get a hold of this person. And then finally, I can take a message. I always agree. Sure. Well, actually, when would be a better time to give them a call back? The reason why I do that is because when you say sure and you agree to them, you're taking down the defenses, and then you're reversing that and saying, hey, can I have a better time to call back? And you'll notice that's the main objective if I can't get a hold of the decision maker. I want a time to call back that's going to increase my chances of getting a hold of them. Does that make sense? So I'll tell you about these order of objectives here. The order of objectives is simply when you're on a cold call, what are you trying to accomplish? So the first one is getting transferred to a decision maker. That's super important. 2, get a time to call back and reach the decision maker. That's objective number 2. After you get that, and even if you don't, you want to ask qualification questions and then any discovery questions that may be beneficial for your next conversation. And the reason why you order them like this is because you don't want to go in with your qualification questions, get the gatekeeper kind of weirded out, and then try to get a time to call back to the decision maker. I always go in this order. And then finally here, if it's someone who's kind of chatty and they're willing to talk, ask your discovery questions. And then down here, there's some space. You can put qualification questions in there. Is that person the right person for me to speak to? Maybe how many users do you guys have? Stuff like that you need to know in order to qualify them as a good prospect. And if there's any discovery questions, you can throw them in here as well. So feel free to use this sheet. This is how we manage gatekeepers here. It's been super, super helpful. Alrighty, folks, and that's it. Hopefully that gives you some more directions around managing gatekeeper conversations. Ultimately, you want to get that better time to call back the decision maker because those conversations are going to be the ones that are most valuable for you. Again, some industries, it's better to try to create an ally with the gatekeeper. That's not what I covered today. I covered a strategy for getting directly to the decision maker. If you want more content around gatekeepers, maybe some content around how you can befriend and actually start building a relationship with that gatekeeper, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and we'll talk again soon.